G'day viewers, this is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel. I've recently bought off eBay for a very cheap price of $25 a 1990s Sony FXE-100P video editing system. This is a really nice deck. It basically allows you to wipe between cameras and also add effects and everything like that, and from Pasteurize to zoom to mosaic pixelization to motion trailing, and you got, which is all these effects over here, and also you got your wiping effects where you can wipe from one scene to another and so forth, and yeah, and you also got all the video tape deck editing functions, and you got chroma key and luma key, and yeah, it's a great deck. There's just one problem with this deck though. Only one of the video inputs works, I noticed. At the moment I've got my camera here pointed to the working inputs, which is player 1 inputs down here. When I move it to the auxiliary or the player 2 inputs, I just get a blank screen, which I'll demonstrate. So give me a moment. So when I go to P2, I just got a blank screen. So that's the problem with this editing unit. Pretty much don't get no pictures in the other inputs, so I can't really make use of the chroma key and all that, and be able to switch between two cameras, which is a bit of a drag. But I reckon I can probably fix the inputs. I reckon something's just blown on the input side. So I've had this happen with my digital gear. Anyway, I'm just going to plug the camera back into player 1 and roll along with this video demonstration. So I'll go back to player 1. So here I've got my early 1980s National WVP-100N Sadicon camera connected to the editing deck, and I've got the camera pointed to the deck, and on screen you'll see what's going on. So basically I've got my wipe lever here, and what I can do with this deck with just the one camera is I can transition between effect and no effect. So here I've got the wipe. I'm going to lever over to effect, and I've got the Pasteurize effect on, and I can wipe in and out, which is really cool. So I can still make excellent use of this editing system for visual effects. So yeah, you can do a lot of different visual effects, which I'm demonstrating. I'll just go back here to normal mode. I'll go back to effects mode. I'll go to mosaic mode, and here you'll have pixelization. I'll turn off the Pasteurize. So now it looks like old school VGA computer graphics. And here I can, of course, transition back. I can even transition and have it displaying both the normal picture and the effects picture. So I can just lever it to the halfway point, and you get a bit of both. Now I'm going to turn the mosaic off, put the Pasteurize back on. So with the Pasteurize, you've got a few different settings for Pasteurize. And of course you can lever back and lever halfway and so forth. Now let's turn off the Pasteurize, and we'll go back to mosaic again. here you can also adjust the amount of pixelization, and you can get it looking extremely blocky like this. And of course you can go halfway between and see both on screen. Anyway, also got the monochrome effect, and I've got the strobe effect, which really slows down the motion, which takes, I guess it takes a frame, it sort of skips so many frames, and hence you get the jerky motion. And if I were to go halfway between, you can get some very nice out there visual effects mixing the strobe and the normal picture. And we'll turn off the strobe and we'll put on motion trail, and here you'll get the camera pretty much will, it looks a bit like that of a ghosting of a Vidicon camera. So yeah, my hand pretty much looks like a ghost hand, so to speak. So we'll see how it looks at the halfway point. And also you can adjust the color as well, so you can do a color correct and move this lever around and adjust the color hue, so to speak, to get the sort of color you want. And on top of that, you can combine effects, which gives you much more possibilities of what you can do with this system in making visual effects. So in Pasteurize mode, you can really see the change in the colors when I shift the color adjustments. Also, you can add the pixelization on top of it. We'll go back to minimal pixelization, and we'll shift it back to the halfway point, so you can see the half of the normal image and half of the fixed image on top of each other, superimposed, blended together, best way to say it. And we can go monochrome. Oh, the interesting thing about monochrome, if you've got monochrome and color correction, you get the monochrome picture, but then you also get the color tint of the color correction adjustments. It's pretty cool what you can do with this video editing system. And of course, you can use wipes to transition between pictures. So yeah, I'm using this kind of wipe here, which is a really cool sort of wipe. And when you're at the halfway point, you can pretty much have the normal image and the FX image wiped in. It's actually the first time I've done this. It's a really gnarly sort of effect. And of course you got the wipes from side to side. You can also combine the wipes on the top row here. and combine pretty much all four, and then you get the squaring in and out wipe. And yeah, turn these off on, yeah, just hit the button and you turn off. Anyway, you got a circular wipe. You got the diamond wipe. You got the heart wipe. I guess for those who want to make wedding and Valentine videos. And of course you got the square wipe once again on its own. You also got multiple squares wipe. You got kind of like a Venetian blinds type of square wipe. Not sure what you actually call it, so forgive me of my poor choice of words. Yeah, you got the snake wipe. You got the Venetian blinds wipe. You've got your diagonal pixel wipe. You got split side wipe. You got a slide in wipe. You got a slide out wipe. You got a scroll wipe. And you got some user one wipe, which I don't know whether this was a wipe that was programmed in, but it looks pretty cool. And you also got a user 2 wipe. So yeah, there's a lot you can do with this effects unit, even if you can't work two cameras or two input video sources, so to speak. I'm going to just get this camera pointing to something else now, and we'll wipe it over to effects and take it around the room. So here's my bedroom, looking quite psychedelic with these visuals. And I'll try and get it into shot here, and here you see me on camera. So now let's have a bit of fun with this. I'm just changing the colours now. I'll turn off the monotone, I think. Might add a mosaic. I'll turn off the Pasteurize and up the mosaic level. Anyway, I think it's time to wrap this video up. Hope you enjoyed this video on my newly acquired visual effects unit, video editing system, and also it's also an audio editing system too, as it's got your audio inputs and mixers and all that. It's quite a multifaceted unit. But anyway, I'll just pretty much show you the visual effects side of things and the wipes, and yeah. Anyway, time to finish up. This is Troy from Troy's Visual Arts channel, signing out.